Hello, my amazing friends. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that is not just a story, but an inspiration for millions of people in the world. If you invest in your education every day, you'll experience compounding benefits. For the more you learn, the easier it is to acquire new knowledge. Why do we know ourselves? First, so that we can know what we really need. Second, to know what our weaknesses and strengths are. Third, to support our ideals. Fourth, to know the reasons why we fail or succeed in something. Fifth, to plan a better future. Are there any benefits? Of course there are benefits. We can understand ourselves, are able to develop ourselves regarding our weaknesses and strengths. We can also determine our career goals for the future, and we can improve our ability to contribute to society. There are so many ways to squeeze learning into the nooks and crannies of even the busiest of days. Below I'll cover 14 strategies to do so, from reading a classic every morning to watching a TED Talk at lunch. There's no need to integrate all of these methods into your daily routine. That'd be a bit of a tall task. Just test out a few and see which ones work best for you. 1. Do the Bradbury Trio Challenge. In a lecture to a group of aspiring writers, Ray Bradbury, the famous novelist, gave his listeners a challenge. He instructed them to, for the next 1,000 nights, read one short story, one poem, and one essay. This is a great way to develop literary and intellectual range at a slow and steady pace. 2. Read a novel every night. Night is the perfect time to slip away into your imagination with the help of a good book. Novels also educate you, albeit in ways that aren't immediately noticeable. They improve your empathy by forcing you to think about characters and how they feel. They expand your vocabulary by exposing you to new words, and increase your knowledge by exposing you to new ideas. 3. Read a nonfiction book every morning. Even reading just 20 pages of a nonfiction book every morning will allow you to finish a book every 2 weeks. To motivate yourself, consider creating an annual reading plan of the 24 books you want to get through this year. 4. Watch TED Talks at lunch. TED Talks are a great way to learn one big idea that'll help you lead a more successful and fulfilling life, and they're usually under 20 minutes. 5. Read one news story and one op-ed every morning. Read one news story from a trusted, preferably unbiased, news source, as well as one op-ed. Another thing you could do to stay informed just enough to know what the hell people are talking about is to skim the headlines and subheadings of the newspaper or news site. 6. Study the classics every morning. Consider following a reading program like the Great Books of the Western World that includes the most influential books ever written. You could also create a list of your own that's confined to one subject, for instance, the greatest novels ever written in the English language. And approach your studies with the knowledge that hard mental work will lead to wisdom, ideas, and understanding. 7. Listening to podcasts or audiobooks. Take advantage of travel time or other activities to listen to educational content. 8. Look for material from a variety of sources. Use a dictionary to understand difficult words and challenge yourself to use the new words. 9. Ask for feedback from others. Evaluate yourself through the assessments of others to get a clearer perspective on yourself. 10. Listen to podcasts while showering or cooking. Podcasts are an excellent and entertaining way to learn and hear multiple perspectives on one issue or question. This is especially true if you watch podcasts that cater to people who like to be intellectually challenged, like the Lex Fridman podcast. 11. Take online courses after work. Learn new skills consistently to hone your abilities and open up new opportunities. 12. Practice positive self-talk. Talk to yourself with motivating and supportive words to create a positive mood. 13. Practice self-motivation. Stop blaming and focus on giving your best in every job to build self-quality. 14. Protect yourself from negativity. Don't be too hard on yourself if you can't do everything perfectly. Knowing yourself is the most important aspect of being human. Understanding yourself will lead to understanding others. Thank you. Look forward to other interesting stories. Stay tuned to Story Avenue.